Sadly, Dog Bowl season has come to an end. This was the best lineup from last week for your boy. Had Daniel Jones, Jahmyr Gibbs, Kareem Hunt, Olave, AJ Brown, Jake Ferguson. Not much I could really have done better on this lineup, honestly. The only thing I could think of is if I did Dak to Ferguson, and literally that exact lineup exists in the top 10. I think, was it this one? No, not this one. It was this one, my exact lineup, but instead of taking Danny Dimes naked, he got for Dak. And I imagine I would have gone Dak. He just might not have been available because a lot of people were taking him with Pickens and CD. So even if I think this is really the only thing I could have maybe done better on this lineup, and I still wouldn't have got there. Obviously, I would have cashed for a bit more. But that was my lineup. And then Kevin and I had one that I thought was even better that didn't finish as high, but had so much more potential. And we actually took BTJ at the last pick here and got swapped onto Dobbs, which that was pick 72. So pick 72 Dobbs by the end of the week was, results aside, great value. People were pulling them up to the 4th, 5th round by the end of the week, just based on projections. I just had ETR ranks in here, and it went with, we didn't get Dobbs every time. I think there was one I got Bam Knight as a swap, but this one happened to get Dobbs. If we got Bam Knight, we got an extra 8 points. But looking back at the stream, and I'll let you get your thoughts on this in a second as I wrap this up. But looking back, we had the mouse hovering over Wandale as we made the Pierce pick, which obviously would have made a big difference. We were, for some reason, really on Pierce or Worthy, but in hindsight with Gibbs, the correlation with Gibbs, mini correlation, just made a lot of sense. And I don't think it's impossible for us to have gotten to that. And he was on the board looking back at the stream. And then with the Dobbs, we just kind of got unlucky that he didn't hit his projection. A, B, BTJ got ruled out. What if BTJ went off? And then C, like, I was looking back at the board, and Darnell Mooney was top in ADP, and Kareem Hunt was also available. Like, there was just like, it just, this one, what do you think? Like, this one stung pretty bad just because we were 24 points short of the qualifying line, and we just got 2 complete duds.
I went back to kind of, we were talking about Sunday. We were talking on Sunday about this lineup, and I was like, all right, what was my thought process on Pierce wrong? And it looked like their number, I forget who the number 1 corner is for the Chiefs off the top of my head, but he was kind of guarding him basically the whole game, which, like, I know Pierce has been good this year, but maybe I should have, reassessed. He's not to the level of, like, he can overtake, like, any, like, good corner and beat anybody. So it was a tougher matchup. I didn't like Danny, so that should have kind of put me off Pierce and Pittman. I always liked more of the KC side of that game. Warren was okay, but I was on Mooney a bit. I wish I had like stuck to that take because I had a lot of good takes. I had Genty and Hunter Henry as my highest exposure. But yeah, looking back, this is a good transition to the Turkey Bowl. Is Detroit's a good defense to attack in the secondary, and that alone should have put us on Wandale. Whether we like the talent or we're a fan or whatever or not. And I think that's what's frustrating about going Pierce over Wandale.
Yeah, and he was higher in ADP than Pierce. And we didn't have projections yet. This was a Tuesday stream. ETR comes out on Wednesday. So we were drafting without projections. And we did a pretty good job, no? And we got Gibbs and Pickens, who by the end of the week, Pickens was going at the 1-2 turn. So I think we did a pretty good job here. Dobbs was projecting well. That was a swap. We were playing the Q tag game. In hindsight, just based on what's been getting home all season, we probably should have leaned more on 1-2-2-1 and taken a Kareem Hunt or a Zach Charbonnet or a Bam Knight, one of those guys. But is what it is. You can't change the past, but I think this one really did have a shot. Like, I'm more tilted about this one than the one that finished higher because I just really don't think I could have done much more to make this a better lineup.
Yeah, that's a solid build. I was frustrated. I swapped to Mondre on most of my teams, which was just like deadly.
Yeah.
I thought.
Oh, are you kidding me? Oh, that's so gross, dude. Like, even though we still wouldn't have got there, like if our lineup, but we drafted BTJ in that lineup. Both lineups drafted BTJ, and this one just swaps to the way better pick. That's so gross. This is actually a nice lineup. I don't know how this looks like it would have scored more points when you're just looking at the individual points.
Gibbs, just no Gibbs is Gibbs outscored both those guys.
Dude, that's so gross.
Yeah.
Look at the top two. Take AJ Brown to this one, and then just instead of Dobbs swap. Well, I guess we couldn't have gotten AJ Brown. Enough commiserating though. We're on to the
Let's look at the turkey slate here. Should we start at quarterback? I think that's a good place to start. It's the decent
real
place
quick.
to get deep. Oh yeah.
Pour one out for the boys. Mathology. Nez, myself, Mercs, just everyone that was grinding all season and didn't get a seat. It's a tough contest. Like really, really tilting. The last couple days have been tilting because even when you didn't get there the last couple of weeks, you're like, all right, I still got another shot. But now that it's over, you're like, man, what a stupid contest because it's just so top heavy. And unless you win a seat, you're just getting crushed. Like I got 10th, and what was that for? Like $400 or something. I still lost money that week. So it's cutthroat, but the best takeaway is I think it made us much sharper drafters and just learned a lot, made some friends along the way. And it's always next year.
Absolutely.
Can't beat ourselves up too much. We were really getting closer and closer every week. And it was our first year attacking it. So
chasing the clout. We've improved as fantasy players, and I don't regret any entry I made in the DBQ. I can't wait for next year.
Yeah, I'm gonna do a dark sheep.
Bankroll can wait.
Yeah, bankroll can wait. Dark sheep made a good point. I brought it up to you. He's the guy. He qualified this week, and he was the guy I told you had like a set plan, and he had this much he wanted to invest in Dog Bowl, and if he cashed a given week, that would go back into the bankroll. So I think what I'm going to do next year is, let's just say I'm willing to put $2,000 into the Dog Bowl, just a complete random number thrown out. And then very first week I get slaughtered for, I don't know, I only, let's say, return $50. It's just like add that $50 back and whatever is left in the budget and go down. That way, like when the season ends, there's like no tilt. You like accepted what you were going to lose. So I think that's how I'm going to approach it. Because this year I was just firing.
Yeah.
I mean, I wasn't maxing like some people, and I really didn't start upping my entries until the last couple weeks, but is what it is. You want to go position by position here?
Yeah. So first two drafts I've taken Lamar. Seems like people are off of him. Good matchup. But it's real. I don't know. It's like Chiefs and Cowboys should be a good game. This is a freaking firework slate, man. Like for 3 games, it's absolutely insane how deep it is for 3 games. I mean, Jordan, the 6 versus QB is like 100% in play. It always seems like the deep QB kind of gets home in the low owned.
Yeah, well, to put it into perspective, last year you had Caleb, who was the guy you needed, and he was QB4. And then QB5 and QB6 were Drew Lock and Cooper Rush. So you had really, really gross 5-6. So you kind of, most drafts were going after a top 4 quarterback. I feel like it's a little bit looser this time. I feel like the exposure is going to be a little bit more spread out. Like I don't think Jared Goff is going to be sub 20% like Cooper Rush was or Drew Lock. Yeah. So I don't know. Maybe there's not quite as much leverage there, but it's still going to be way lower owned. I don't think Lamar. I think Lamar is going to be 100% owned. I don't think there'll be a single draft where Lamar or Patrick Mahomes don't get drafted.
Mm-hmm.
So that probably puts Dak at 70-ish%, 75% drafted, Burrow at 50-ish, and then Goff and Love around 30, 20.
Mm-hmm.
Does that sound about right?
Mm-hmm.
And then you made a good point. So there's not much to talk about at quarterback. We'll quickly skip to tight end. You're saying most people's scrolls this week are going to be tight ends like Likely, Brock Wright.
Mm-hmm.
But I think the way we get different is finding scrolls at the other positions.
Yeah, I think that's just the easiest way is like draft studs, get a little different at tight end in 6th round. That's how you get like a little variance and a little low ownership into your lineup, where you're going to get way more on the field if you can play like a Khalif Raymond and hit. That's such a bigger tilt into your lineup. So what my biggest thing coming in is the Emmanuel Wilson, Josh Jacobs again. Not to say I'm on Khalif Raymond, but
I think it's a pretty easy.
what do you think?
It's pretty easy. You just click Josh Jacobs, and no one's picking Emmanuel Wilson right now, so you just swap.
True. That's true.
It was a little harder in the dog bowls because both were getting taken.
Mm-hmm.
You know, these are only 4-man drafts, so no one's taking Emmanuel Wilson that I've seen right now.
But
I was clicking some of Isaiah Pacheco when he had a Q tag.
But if you do take Emmanuel Wilson in a Josh Jacobs draft, you crush that guy's team. You're
saying if Jacob sits?
Yeah, and you've drafted Emmanuel with like your last pick. He can't swap to him. He's got to swap to Hunt or Montgomery, Pacheco.
It would be a smart thing to do in a contest that's going to fill soon. Oh my God, wait, no. This is already at 60%. We got to get in here. Sorry. We'll keep going position by position, but I haven't done a single one of these. I've only done the side contest.
Yeah.
This is crazy. Oh my God. Everyone's doing their drafts tonight.
I saw the turkey bar just when I got on. That's crazy. I've only done 2 minis so far.
I maxed the $3 already. I'll pull up my combos.
I was still locked into the game last night because I needed Rico.
Yeah, it sucked.
Yeah, it did.
Ooh, we got Pete in our draft.
Ooh.
I think that's the best spot right now. I really think Jamar is the guy you need on this slate. This is the way I'm feeling. And of course, I'm running hot at the 102.
Shout out to Davis Maddock. He did pull up the utilization report. I was watching their stream and talking about John Fitzpatrick being over Luke Musgrave now, which that's probably a good angle. I don't think a lot of people realize that, but I don't know.
I still like your angle that take one of the top tight ends that's going to have decent volume instead of scrolling like everyone else is. Oh my God, wait, make sure I don't take a tight end one.
Yeah, good. I think you got to go Gibbs just from the RB depth.
Let's see if ETR is out yet. It wasn't out yet before. Oh, it's out. Let's see if they got T at 0 because they had that messed up before.
Mm-hmm.
Well, T's just not even in here anymore. Okay, the actual ETR is up now. Sick.
What are your thoughts on Montgomery? I'm not big on.
Let's see how he's projecting. I haven't seen any projections. Let me close.
This would be interesting.
We got to spin that wheel for that giveaway too. Chase Brown here. I don't think I've really gotten Gibbs Chase Brown yet. Oh yeah, just once. It's a harder combo than you think. Unless there's, yeah, Chase Brown, right? Or no, you like Jacobs?
Yeah, I think I like Jacobs, even though it's the same game.
Well, don't. No, I don't like that. Sorry. I'm
Okay.
gonna overrule just this one, just because usually Jacobs isn't there. We can get Jacobs like every time. Or I guess at 8, he's usually. It depends. People pull him up sometimes.
It's fun.
I just don't love that same game correlation.
Yeah, I feel that. You like a Kelsey or a Mahomes here?
Strictly at running back, I'm saying Kelsey or Mahomes, not Mahomes. Let's stick to your theory,
Yeah, go
and
ahead.
let's do our scrolling at other positions and take a elite, quote unquote elite tight end.
It could be so Travis Kelsey liked it with Taylor Swift in this crowd to blow up. But
For sure.
he also, I feel like he's kind of disappointed in these spots the last bit. This year he's been better though. He's been okay this year.
You don't think he's gonna score on national television in front of the entire country?
Mm-hmm.
My take that guy that I was at a poker table with that gave me the inside information on Travis Kelsey was insane. Telling me he was in the best shape of his life and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
It was his nutritionist, and he was literally feeding Kelsey meals every day. Said he was super motivated, best shape of his life, and he was real distracted last year with commercials and other stuff, and that's why he didn't play great.
Do we like a J Love?
Yeah, but hopefully we get Zay here because this is a pretty big projection fall, according to ETR. Take Zay and then a scroll.
Zay and then like a Watson or a Reed or Love. Do you want to just get Love and then we can pick whatever Packer we want? I think we attack with Love because if he's going to have the lowest ownership and after what Jameis just did, it's hard not to like him.
It's suggesting Watson. So, I mean, I'm down to – I think this is a nice constructed team just doing Watson Love here.
That's cool.
With the Gibbs bring back.
Yep.
And then we got the mini correlation Chase Brown, Zay Flowers, then a one-off Kelsey. I think that's a nice construction.
Mm-hmm.
We'll find one that we get a little more unique, but I still think this is pretty nice.
Mm-hmm.
I think just the J Love alone gives you leverage.
It's hard to get to two good RBs. Like, look at the board. Show the board.
Yeah, we cooked.
Mm-hmm. So
this is a nice construction. I like this team a lot.
We really need to rank. We really need to rank the games. Which ones we think are the best to attack, and angles and.
Go Easy Card said T-Day main slate seems like it's 90% of the same players. T-Day late slate, no Green Bay versus Detroit feels like a regular PTP. I forgot they split them into different slates. I got to do some of those different contests. That's interesting.
Mm-hmm.
And I believe you're eligible for that giveaway for the card from last week. We got to spin that wheel. I think it was you, Chad Candles, and Caitlin Clark.
MVP, yeah.
Yeah, I gotta get that up. I like how this team turned out, though, to be honest. Do you want to assume we're splitting these drafts, or do you want me to just put this into my main portfolio?
Up to you. You can just take these teams. They're only 3 and 7, whatever.
I will take these teams, and if one of them hits, I will tip you out handsomely. How about that?
Yeah. Yep. That's good. It's big. It's got to hit big.
All right. I like how that team turned out. It doesn't look like it's that unique, but if Jordan Love actually is 30-40% owned, then it's pretty nice. Now, I'm glad we didn't go Jacobs. It's not that I don't like Jacobs. I just don't like the story you're telling. Because if Jacobs has 3 touchdowns and 100 yards, like you'd rather have J-Mo. Like they're I don't know, like a guy that could just get there on one play. But
personally, I think this is an incredible way of attacking that game. We just saw the Jameis. We just saw the Jameis. We just saw the Jameis blow up against Detroit. Okay, Jameer pushed that game, right? So we're just basically leaning exactly into what happened on Sunday versus the Giants, right? Jameer pushes. QB's got to come back hard, and he's got his deep ball threat, Watson, that catches 1 or 2, and 4 other balls to round out his game. And those are the best 3 pieces. I struggle to see Goff having a great game, but does everybody see that? And Detroit's D, they gave up 40 to Dallas. It's not like they can't be had. Panthers have done well against them. As name driven as the Packers D is, they can be scored on. So I don't want to shy too much away from and not have enough Goff. I think he's he's the easy one to forget about. Don't you think?
Goff.
Mm-hmm.
Let's build a Goff double, even if it ends up with Brock Wright.
Mm-hmm. I like it.
Shoot, might have to be up late now. I'm going to Orlando tomorrow. I'm going to the new Epic Universe with the Super Mario World and stuff.
Oh,
Max Volsack.
Oh, nice. That'll be dope.
He's going to be there with his family. I was like, yeah, I'll meet you there. So you might actually have to man the stream tomorrow night unless we just don't do it.
Yeah,
I'm not going to be around.
Tough with Thanksgiving, but
yeah, we'll probably just not do a stream tomorrow night. This contest is going to be closed anyway, so.
True.
Ooh, we get Chase. I think I'm serious. I think he's my favorite click this week.
You think he's the nuts in the first round?
Mm-hmm.
I don't love Amon-Ra.
It's not that I don't not like any of the top 4 picks. I just think Chase, division game, his buddy's back, T's out. I just feel like people aren't really factoring T being out enough.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I don't know. Derrick Henry is a sick matchup.
Burrow's just a total wild card this week.
Yeah, I'm still mixing it in, but let's see what I got. I'm trying to take this from a full portfolio perspective. Got 2 Burrow teams with Chase so far. I don't want them to all be Burrow teams. It looks like I'm trying to get to a Romeo Dobbs team, but what I want to do with you here, though, is do a Goff double. Doesn't look like I have Goff paired with Jamar yet, so that's good. And we'll go 1 running back.
Mm-hmm.
My up. Jamar Chase. And then I'm going to go Jameson Williams. Just took Brock Wright. So maybe Khalif Raymond, you were saying, could be sneaky?
I wasn't really saying he could be sneaky. I haven't even really looked into him too hard. I was just saying he would just be huge. If he scored a big touchdown, it'd be so epic. That'd be like he had 8 points against Washington, but
it's kind of hard to see the ceiling, but on small slates, anything could happen. Saying Pickens over Rasheed. Let's see, what are my combos? I got to update this.
I think if we're building a Goff double, we go into Josh Jacobs here.
Okay, yeah, I don't think I've really done that. No, I have 3 times. Hold on. Rasheed. Sorry.
That's cool. Let's take the studs.
I think we're just going to have to do a... Oh, shoot. My Jamar Chase Rasheed is Brock Wright. It doesn't matter. It's just...
We can get JMO. Yeah, still 3 in JMO. Right? Double stack and punt RB. Well, this will be a punt RB team, maybe.
Maybe a Pacheco team. Cream Hunt. Oh, if Chase Brown falls here, that'd be a nice fall. He never will, though.
Ooh, let's go. We got to take advantage of Chase there. I think you have to take him.
0 combos with Jamar, I think.
Yeah.
Yep. I don't mind that correlation. Yeah, I have 60% Javante, so that's got to chill out. I just really try to avoid the 2 running backs in the same game because it's so rare it gets there.
You really need 2 workhorses who just are game script proof, like CMC and I don't know, Bijan, Achan. You know, just have just a lot of avenues to get home in any type of game script. Brock Wright's got a Q tag.
Sorry, you could just swap to Gesicki or Likely, I guess. Do we take Lamar? I don't mind that correlation, but that's pretty unique. Sorry, we'll do the Goff double next time. This is pretty unique. I don't think it's gonna be really that easy to get these combos.
Yeah,
we got a slight fall on Chase and then a slight fall on Lamar, and you got the double bring back on Lamar naked. I feel like that tells a story. And it's hard to get unique in these things, so
yeah, you got to take advantage of that mistake there.
Yeah, sometimes you got to break plan.
All right. 3%.
Go Easy Card said, I have done 66 teams across the main slate. Dak 38%, Mahomes 27%, Goff 21%, Love and Lamar 6%, Burrow 2%.
Wow.
Interesting on the Burrow fade. Yeah, I mean, I guess it's been a long time since he's played football, and the Ravens defense has been looking better. So Dak's been looking really good. Wish I had some more love. Well, it's never too late. I think it's a nice leverage angle. I mean, it's not the craziest thing in the world, but I think if you pair him with the right pieces, it could be pretty low owned. I think a lot of people will pair him with Dobbs and Christian Watson like we just did, but I've been getting to some Jaden Reed. I think you could even get to Wicks. I don't think you need to draft Wicks, though. I think you can take Reed or Golden and then swap. What do you want to do here? Do we need to stack Lamar, or do you want to keep him naked?
Who else? What wide receiver? RB?
I don't have a Mark Andrews, Jamar Chase team, so I'm gonna do it.
Yeah, we're leaning into that game pretty hard. So.
Yeah, we'll just full stack that game and just hope that game goes nuke. And then let's see. I don't mind taking David Montgomery if he's there. Oh yeah, David Montgomery will be there. You like that?
Yeah.
Or do you prefer?
I like Monty. I feel like this team. This has a good. You have good value across the board here.
Yeah. And I don't think I want Worthy and Rice without Mahomes. It's hard to tell the story that you don't need Mahomes at that point.
I think Monty becomes is a better play on this slate too than people realize, because if all the KC backs cancel him out and Monty does fall in, then he's just as good as Kareem Hunt.
He tends to do well on these small slates too. I feel like he's historically a beast in primetime.
They ran Gibbs a lot last week too, so.
Let me see real quick. Here, I'll get the next draft up, but can you look up, or I guess you're not sharing your screen, so never mind, I'll get it. These drafts are so much faster than the dog bowls too.
I know.
So that there's 3 people eligible for this giveaway. We got the Jalen Hurts Premier Level Rookie, the CeeDee Lamb Absolute Rookie, Justin Herbert, Luminance, pink rookie. Christian Gonzalez, pink prism rookie. And a Javonte Williams rated rookie.
Let's go.
Just shipped out Brian the Goober's cards. So let's see, this is I think another thing you could do here. Sorry, go ahead.
The Badge Bros were comparing Jokic to football this week and how 101 or die, basically Jokic or donate. And do you think that's Gibbs?
I don't think that's Gibbs.
He's just so
I
good.
think Gibbs is gonna have like 22 points.
What do you like here?
So we could stick to the chalk, but I think another angle here you're kind of gifting the people behind you when you do this. You can maybe go CD Pickens to get the Dak double. You can maybe go Josh Jacobs, Chase Brown, and then just take a whole completely different build. I think for now, here, let's see what my combos look like. Looks like Chase Brown wouldn't be terrible, but I think I got like CD, Chase Brown, and
I think Chase Brown makes sense for you based on just exposure.
Yeah, let's do it because it's really hard for him to fall back to you.
I think it's okay to get different there because you have that's like your longest wait. So you've got to get reachy there. I think falling into the ADP trap is a death sentence at 4-5.
I agree. All right, real quick. Shout out to Go Easy Cards, who's in the chat. Thank you for stopping by tonight. This is for last week's stream's giveaway, the CD Herbert code word giveaway. We've got Chad Candles, we got Caitlin Clark MVP, and we got Go Easy Cards with the red symbolic. Good luck all. Thank you all for supporting the Fantasy Sharps, and good luck on the giveaway.
Let's go. Spin the wheel, boy.
Ooh,
go easy. Let's go.
Let's go. Congratulations, Mr. Go Easy Cards. On the cards.
Well earned.
I'll have to see if I got some Cardinals to throw in. I don't know if I really even do.
All right, you're up here.
Javonte, only 16% with the Monra. 33% with Shade.
No, it's not.
He's projecting the best of the remaining skill players, it looks like.
Yeah, he
it's a pretty big tier break.
Yeah. Yep.
It's a tier break, but I don't want to be doing it every time, or else I'm going to have like 40% Javonte. Cozy Car said, finally won something. Let's go.
Let's go.
Hey, you're going to win the dog bowl in a couple weeks.
I think you can think about taking your QB here and starting your whatever.
Do you want to do the golf double? Or let's do the golf double.
Yeah. Oh. We're cooking and booking.
And we just need a Goff who's free and a tight end.
Yeah.
No one else will take Goff now. You can always throw in Tillman and Fitzgerald cards. I won't argue. Didn't Larry Fitzgerald win you a championship, Kevin?
I love taking him in fantasy and like me and Pimo play season long. I used to get him every time he was like a
fourth
second
round every time.
For every time he was a first or second rounder, though, I'd fade him. But then every time he was like a late fifth and he would fall some years, it's like smash. And he would just crush. And those were the years he would finish like wide receiver 10 or 5 or like his best years. Or when he was like most counted out. Like, I love Larry Fitz so much. He's the best.
He was so good.
Yeah. Oh, man. All right, what do you? All right, so we're gonna get golf.
Do the triple. Let's see, I don't love.
I think golf Gesicki.
Gesicki, one. Chase Brown. Likely.
Burrow does kind of like the tight end, or at least him and Gesicki were connecting for a bit. Oh, did he go?
Yeah, I guess it's going to be likely. I don't want to triple.
I like that. Yeah, the likely is Chase Brown. I mean, we've been on likely all week, but I'm a likely stan.
It's just rough when you hear like all the content I've listened to so far has referenced likely, so it's just feels like the cat's out of the bag, but it's all right. It's still going to be like less than 50% owned, I think. So yeah, go AZ Cards. It should say in our YouTube description, our email, fantasysharps@gmail.com. You can shoot us your address there or on Twitter, same name. It's on the bottom there. You could DM us there. And that's what Brian the Goober did. That's what Chad Maschke did when we sent them their cards. And yeah, Chad got his cards already, and then Brian's cards are on the way. I like that team, though. It's not terribly unique, but let's do one where we really scroll at wide receiver, though. Let's get a couple of those builds.
Mm-hmm.
We're not doing anything too crazy right now.
Damn fly in my drink. I mean, I think likely's going to be pretty low owned. I think enough people think Andrews is really strong. I think it's such a perfect game. Everybody's going to be on Andrews tight end too, and be so like the Ravens to just give likely 8 targets and Lamar blow up. They have decent correlation, those two too, likely and Lamar.
Yeah. And if he's actually banged up, it could be huge.
Mm-hmm.
I'll be overweight. I want to see I don't know what my current exposures are. Let's take a peek. There's no way I've only done 25 drafts. We just did a couple.
Because you'll never beat Jalen Roy.
27. Still not updated. Hate when it does this. There we go. Okay, likely is my highest drafted tight end, but that was a lot of just the $3.20 max. Did that fill yet? The tiny turkey? I thought that would have filled last night.
All right, ready for this team?
Nope.
Lamar, single stack.
Mm-hmm.
Hopkins. D-Hop.
Just paired with the best plays?
Yeah. Then the rest of your team is just the strongest ADP.
Okay, I'm in. We took that best ball team Pete and I have that's crushing. I was touting DeAndre Hopkins, so I hope you're right. He was off to a hot start, and then Lamar got hurt.
Lamar missed him on like a 30-yard touchdown. D-Hop crushed him.
Awesome. Go AZ Cards. This sounds good, and we'll get that shipped out right away. I'm going to take a peek if I have some Cardinals.
Yeah, Pim will hook you up big time.
I'll get some extras in there either way.
I think Bateman is playing though, which worries me a little bit about the Hopkins take. Can you search Bateman to see what it says about him?
Could take the Bateman Q tag because if this contest actually fills tonight, then Bateman's a better click than a contest that's going to stay open all week.
Yeah,
Because
I
then
think
people will be, yeah.
Yeah. What's it?
If
Yeah.
Could do the double and then just swap off Bateman.
I think you're going to want a tight end still. I think you're still going to want an Andrews or likely. I don't think you're going to want two.
Lamar has these random games
Oh,
sometimes.
you got a Henry fall here though. Kind of, I guess.
I guess that screws up our team, but we can do it next time.
Just something to keep in mind. I think that's a good angle. I don't think a lot of people are thinking deep on that side. Lamar pass catchers.
See how he's projecting terribly, but don't hate it.
I think he's just got good TD equity. Zay kind of struggles to get in the touchdown department, and if Henry can get slowed a bit. Bengals did a better job in the run against the Patriots, who aren't a great rushing team, but they did step up a tad. What do you got here? Ooh, Jacobs. You probably got.
Ooh, Monra.
That's
Derrick Henry. That's a pretty unique one. I don't know if I have that yet. Only 11%.
Yeah, mistakes early have to lead your builds, basically.
Yeah, I don't think the key is necessarily just getting all the combos possible. I think it's finding those deep scrolls like you were talking about that no one's on. Like, I don't know, D-Hop, Tinsley, Turpin.
Taekwon, Bomb. It's kind of the archetype you want on the slate. Like, they're all going to project gross, you know?
Golden's projecting decently down here. Let me get these off. At this point, we just got to take a super team because we're kind of getting some ADP falls. Oh my. All right, I'll do the same game correlation when it falls. That's fine.
You could take Mahomes.
Why?
Just different game. Have a piece of all the games. Good balance.
He'll probably still be there. I don't love doing this, but if it's unique, I'm open to it.
Yeah, I worry about that's kind of a bad combo, Chase and Henry, if P. Ryan's active. Because they could just both game script themselves out. Like, it could be like it's either going to be a Derrick Henry P. Ryan or a Chase Brown Justice Hill. That's what you worry about, just based off game flow.
Yeah, you want to go Mahomes here?
Yeah, I think he's probably.
Whatever. We'll just do an ADP donk team.
I still think that's going to be hard to get all those studs though, like that, you know. So, and
that's the only reason I didn't take Mahomes first because I thought he would still be there.
Yeah, you might not need that second RB or like to score a lot to get home. So, Chase Brown has a good floor there to get you in the money.
Okay, I've done it once, and it was a love double. Do we stack up worthy or nah? Are we just gonna hate ourselves for doing it?
Do you rather do like a Ferguson bring back on Mahomes?
Do you think this guy's gonna go 3 receiver? Because we can do Ferguson and then Worthy. He's more likely to take Ferguson, so let's get him.
Yeah.
I'll take Worthy if he's there. If he's not, I'm not upset. I mean, if Worthy's going to get there, I feel like you can do it against Dallas.
True.
He's finally projecting decently. I feel like he never projects well.
Yeah, you want to attack Dallas with wide receivers, that's for sure. They're due. They're due for one.
I'd say a big part of these being decent at these primetime slates, too, with just 4 people drafting, is you got to know what position you could push. Like a lot of people would just like have stacked Mahomes there, and then we wouldn't have gotten Ferguson. Which, if you didn't want Ferguson, it's fine. Just get your guy. But are we doing it?
Yeah, I think you got it.
I don't think I've done it with Amon-Ra yet either. Just once. Or no, that was Derrick Henry. I think that's a nice team. This is the only thing I don't like, but it's unique. I wouldn't reach for it, but when it's unique, I'm okay with it. When I say unique, we have Amon-Ra to pair with it, which is like really hard to do, I think.
Agreed.
What was this team? Did we never draft this team? Yeah, no, it never happened. No, I'm serious because we pivoted to Lamar.
Yeah.
But I do need a Goff team. We just did. Sorry, it's so easy to draft the same teams. So I really have to keep track of these, specifically on these primetime slates, because it's just like the same players over and over. So you got to be really careful. What do we do? ARSB and Worthy. And then Jake Ferguson. And then I could actually add this to my ARSB block too.
Yeah. Kind of nice.
Yeah. I think, yeah. I mean, watching DFS After Dark on Peachstream with Glenn from the Solver, it seems like the name of the game in some capacity, oops, that's the regular, is just building the highest projecting teams possible in a bunch of different ways while mixing in correlation. Like all these teams project well, but they're different, very different. Whereas you can get different and be stupid about it. I don't know. It's a tough balance. Let's what did you want to do? You want to do Lamar to D-Hop?
Yeah.
Yeah, we got to get some scroll receivers because it's so hard. Like you see how many drafts we're like, oh yeah, let's scroll at receiver, and we just still don't get to it because it's just so hard. Which means we probably can't go double tap receiver unless you wanted to go 2 elite receivers, D-Hop, 1 running back.
Probably makes sense with our spot anyway to do 2-3 wide receiver build. Unless you want to bring Chase Brown or Josh Jacobs up.
It's tough to bring them up because people get them to fall and then they get 2 first rounders and Josh Jacobs. I think I've done that a couple times. Yeah, look, Gibbs, Jacobs, Pickens.
Chase is starting to jump Henry.
That's how I felt about it. And Dan Preciado is really sharp. He won 3 dog bowl seats.
Makes sense.
What do you want to do?
It's either him or Pickens, I guess. For you.
Read something today about them wanting to feed CeeDee Lamb.
CD said a higher expected point total, but it's because he said just touchdown drops. So, but
he's projecting the highest. Let's just do double elite and then go. I feel like if he scored last week or if he did what Pickens did, he'd be going in the top 3 or 4. So some recency bias.
I think Lamb's profile is better for that game, but I don't know. It's hard to say because like Franklin did well against the Chiefs, kind of, and they were just kind of running him on an island and letting him do what he wants. But maybe they didn't do that with Pierce. I don't know. The Colts didn't do much in that game, to be honest with you, but they had some crossers, which is kind of, I think, is more Lambs. But
How do you feel about the Chiefs backfield?
it's tough. Pacheco's going to play, right?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I still think Cream's probably the touchdown guy, so. Yeah.
Shit.
You just got to do it. It's going to be gross.
What are we doing? D-Hop here?
I mean,
take a tight end?
Or tight end or Andrews if you want a double.
Do you want Andrews or likely as the double?
Andrews, probably.
Buzzer beater. And then who are we pairing at tight end or running back?
Cream or Monty. Who do you like?
A lot of Monty, but I've only drafted less than 30 teams, so it's not it gets still smooth out. I guess we'll see what falls to us because Dan's probably going to take a running back.
Probably goes Monty. What wide receiver if you think that's better? You could go through wide receiver here. Or I'll keep his options open.
Guess I got to start getting to some Cream Hunt, but it's just really tough. I guess for exposure reasons, Cream's projecting decently. Better matchup.
Yeah.
Oh well, let's do it. Can't win these contests doing the same thing as everyone else.
Mm-hmm.
Was that the Monra team?
Yes. I'm on CD. D-hop. 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 D-hip-hop. D-hip-hop anonymous. D-hip-hop. D-hip-hop anonymous.
Man, I'm not going to be able to get enough of these in. It's already filled 2.5% since we started.
People are crushing these. People are autoing them too. Probably. That's what happens.
There's no way I would auto these. You would just funnel to the same combos over and over.
True.
Spartacus the Marine, what's up, man? Thanks for hopping in. Says Herb, Burrow, Brissett, CMCJT, QJ, Woody, Monty, T. Hendo, B. Rob Jr., Puka, Tet, Higgins, Franklin, T. Warren, Bowers, 222 flex. I have Herbert, Burrow, and Brissett. I'd like to keep them for matchups and play keep away. I'd like to keep Jay Reed, but to do so, I'd have to drop T. Franklin and Monty for 3 QB and Reed. Thoughts? What do you think, Kevin? I'm letting you take that one.
Phew. Lovely question. I have Herbert, Burrow, Brissett. I like to keep them for matchups and play keep away. Feel you. I'd like to keep Jay Reed, but to do so, I'd have to drop Franklin and Monty for 3 QB and Reed. That's tough. I don't know if So it's really like Jaden Reed versus Monty is your drop. That's what it sounds like. I think you keep Franklin. Personally.
I think I agree. Because Jaden Reed isn't necessarily 100% healthy yet, and they just really haven't been throwing a bunch either with the way they've been running the ball and playing defense.
They do need like a yak player, which is somewhat Jaden Reed, but that's not really when Jaden Reed does super well. He kind of does well when they're like trailing and Love is throwing deep bombs.
Damn.
That's how he got home last year. Not necessarily on leading and like short dump off and like end arounds. Can you, once you take your picks here, pull up his first, the other comment. Herbert, Burrow, Brissett, CMC, JT, QJ, Woody, Monty, T. Hendo, B. Rob, Puka, Tet, Higgins, Franklin, Warren, Bowers. 222 flex. Let me pull up their matchups here.
Then he said, or I can just let 1 QB and Reed go. Definitely not letting Herbert go. Burrow, I'd wait a week. And then Brissett, he's just been playing so lights out. It is tough to justify 3 QBs, but like you said, you can.
I'm gonna imagine this is. You have some studs. So if it is a 10-team league, is it 10 teams? 12 teams? Standard or half?
DJT, QJ, Woody, Monty. Maybe not, though, because.
Not crazy. CMC and JT is a little crazy. Puka, too. Maybe
JT was going second, third round in home leagues. No?
CMC.
I'm going to do the rare double tight end. Got to find some different ways to get unique. That's how I won the Primetime Palooza earlier this year, was double tight end. Tucker Kraft, Zach Ertz.
Not sure if he's. I don't think he's asking us who to start. I think he's just asking us what he should do with his roster construction here.
Week 16 Herb has a good match. 17 is Brissett, 10 team.
So I mean, Herbert or Burr. I mean, Bengals have a smash matchups too. You know, Bengals have one of the best playoff schedules. It's tough. Herbert actually has a tough run here. I forget who they play down the stretch, but I think they have a tougher matchups. But that'd be tough to drop him to the league. I don't know. I haven't played 10 team. Hurts my head a little bit. I do understand why holding 3 quarterbacks is mad annoying. Yeah, you got a good team for sure. Three really good pieces. CMC, JT Puka can carry you. And then Bowers and Warren is pretty elite. What's it saying on Bateman's thing?
Limited.
Limited.
That team, I just paid the rake with that one. I don't know what I was doing there. I was just doing some stupid stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Trying to get different, but I think I was just being stupid. What did I do? Mahomes double. Yeah, I don't like that one. It was bad.
Double tight end could be in play.
No, I definitely. Pete was saying he's going to mix it in a little bit. It's definitely a way to get unique.
Mm-hmm.
If I keep all 3, then I'd have to let Franklin go. What were your receivers again?
Puka,
Tet, Higgins, as in T. Higgins, or yeah, Franklin. Do you start 2 receivers or 3 receivers?
I think 2.
1 or 2 flex. Okay, 2, 2 flex.
I guess that's 2 RB, 2 wide receiver, 2 flex.
Tet's got the week 14 bye, I believe. T. Higgins is hurt. Yeah, it'd be a little tough to drop Franklin.
Mm-hmm. He's got QJ, but I like Franklin better than QJ.
Oh, yeah.
But, yeah. Yeah, I don't think you can drop Franklin.
I'm afraid if I let Monty go, then Gibbs goes down, and I'm kicking myself.
I hear you. I totally feel you on that.
Yeah, it sounds like you.
Even so, though, he'd be a little tough. I mean, he'd still be our flex. Monty would still be a flex, but he'd probably be a flex lock. All right, you got to lock in here with Gibbs.
Yeah, no more wasting Gibbs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think you got to lean into the Green Bay side if you have Gibbs, don't you? Like if Gibbs is popping, he's housing shit.
J Love. If I did to Watson, we could do
the Reed. We could do the Reed or Golden Q tag. Stay on the clock.
Yeah, I haven't done that one yet. Did Reed over here.
Mm-hmm.
And if you said Davis Maddock liked Fitzpatrick, so maybe we go Musgrave.
Yeah, maybe. Actually, don't hate it.
Go Love
Musgrave.
Golden Musgrave.
Yeah.
Got to find some different ways to get unique if we're going to win 30 grand. All right.
Chase Brown. Yeah. Like Javonte. Javonte's out projected Chase Brown by like nothing but something.
So we're going J Love. So we don't need we just need a receiver. I think we did Zay with these two last time.
Yeah,
J-Mo?
Yeah, J-Mo. J-Mo and Gibbs. Blow up. I like that. Doesn't eat any clock. Makes it a shootout.
It's gonna be the double bring back. It's all right though.
Yeah, we're leaning into that game. I like it. Gibbs doesn't need to go for 44 either to break the slate this time with how small it is. You know, 30.
No, I'm thinking 20 points, 22.
Mm-hmm.
I think Jamar Chase might have 30. But then where do you make it up at running back? It's tough.
That's the question.
That's why the builds where you have Gibbs, even if Gibbs has less than Chase, you could still probably get there with Gibbs because if you've got Romeo Dobbs go for 25, it's just harder to replace a running back than a receiver.
Mm-hmm. The Gibbs ceiling's impossible to replace. Just period. His ceiling.
Mm-hmm. Can mix in some Yoshi Voss. Yeah, we just got to figure out these blocks, figure out some unique double stacks.
Mm-hmm.
What if Golden finally breaks out?
Just need a bomb. Thanksgiving game. First rounder breaks out.
Yeah, if the other game's crap and then this one goes for, over 50 points combined, then this lineup's cooking.
Mm-hmm.
Assuming Golden plays and Musgrave actually gets targets. But I'm building in other ways too. I'm just trying to get some other angles.
You got a little different here.
Let's look at all the teams. They're just like, what are their deep receiver options? Start with the Ravens.
D-Hop Bateman.
D-Hop, Bateman, Devontae Walker won People a Showdown slate once upon a time. LeJohntay Wester.
Who the hell took LeJohntay Wester, bro? Somebody had to be trolling. Somebody had to be trolling. That guy's not even gonna be active on game day, dude.
Tesla
catches a Tidala.
But yeah, Spartacus, it sounds like with T. Higgins banged up right now, Ted's going to be on a bye week 14. Unless you're completely locked for the playoffs and have a bye, I'd probably hang on to Franklin. And to hang on to Franklin, you have to get rid of Reed, right? Jaden Reed. I think that's fine.
He could probably drop Woody, really. I know it's like in a 10 team.
No, wait. Probably drop B-Rob, right?
Or QJ.
No, probably Brian Robinson. If you have CMC JT, when are you ever going to start B-Rob?
If CMC.
Oh, it is. It's a handcuff.
The handcuff, yeah. Only reason. But like you have Hendo, you have CMC JT Hendo. Woody's not breaking that at the moment. So, and then it's tough. It could be QJ, to be honest with you. QJ, Woody, and then the QBs are tough. It's like Herbert has like the toughest schedule. Burrow and Brissett have kind of easy ones, and Brissett's been like just as good as Herbert has, if not better. So I don't know what to tell you on the QBs. Good luck. I'd play your matchups there. That's the best what you can. I'd play the weakest defenses and however that lines up for you best is how I would play it. And you could drop the other whatever one of those three if you wanted to, but I get playing keep away too. But in a 10 team with those three, that means people are playing Lamar, Mahomes, Allen, Stafford, Dimes. Are those the locks now? Dak's probably above that. I don't know. QB is just so week to week, man. Like, it's such a streamer position. People don't talk about it like that anymore. But QB is an absolute streamer position if you're outside of like Josh Allen, I think, and Mahomes this year, I guess.
For sure.
What do you think? You think we should wrap it up?
Only been going for like 40 minutes. Maybe we'll do like one or two more.
Okay. Let's do it.
Oh, wow. Henry again.
You'll never. Yeah, it's happening. The script's out.
And now I'm just getting way overweight Henry. It's all right.
I don't think he's a bad guy to be overweight versus the Bengals.
Nope. Wow, Amonra again. We'll take it. It's just going to be a really unique combo. Chase Brown at 5, huh? Don't hate it, though. That's the only way you're going to get CD Chase Brown.
Mm-hmm.
Just got to make sure I do something different with this combo. Ooh, George Pickens, please.
Pickens or Jacobs would be. You already have a lot of Jacobs.
What's going on?
Yeah. I think you gotta go Mahomes or Golf. Or naked Love could be a Amon-Ra, J-Mo, Naked Love on the other side.
Yeah, I went Shock Donk. But no, I need to get some Naked Love too.
Mm-hmm.
Unstacked Love. I'm also not getting to enough Dak. 9%. 25% Mahomes. Yeah, I gotta chill.
Where is that game? Is it in Dallas? Yeah, it's in the. Oh, it's on the turf. It's gonna be a shootout. Kind of have a feeling Detroit and Green Bay will be a little sloppy. I feel like the game's going to be tough. KC Dallas is the only non-divisional game. Like, that could just be, they're just going to ball. Let it go.
Panicked.
Joe panic.
I'm taking too much Mahomes. I gotta chill. Don't hate that team though. All right, let's do it one more and let's make it a naked love.
All right. You'll never be naked, Jordan Love.
Man, I'm busy all day tomorrow, and this thing's gonna fill by tonight. So if I want any volume,
You got to crush.
I gotta stay up late, but I gotta be up early. So
What's Tiny at?
that one's not filling as fast as I thought it was, and it's because it's only a 20 max. If it was a 150 max, it would have closed last night. Okay, we know this is gonna be a naked love team.
Yeah, it's a little over 50.
Yeah, it's because you can't enter it a billion times. I kind of like that because that means I got in early and maybe got some good ADP values. So I got to make a list here. You chill out on Derrick Henry and Patrick Mahomes. I don't tell myself. I'll just keep doing it.
Oh, let's go. Let's lock in. That's perfect. Gibbs, naked love. What's your Gibbs combos like? Who do we want with Gibbs here in the next pick?
Done a good bit of Chase Brown and Josh Jacobs, so maybe receiver.
And Javonte. You have 2 Javonte, 2 Josh Jacobs, 2 Chase Browns. So you've got that. You've got his like RB combos kind of covered. Yeah. So you might want to think of like a high-end wide receiver with him here.
It's hard to get any of these ones to fall.
Yeah. If we get that, that'd be ideal.
Surprised I ever even got Lamb or Pickens to fall.
It's because all those guys that want to find an angle after they lose out on their RB.
It's tough because
it's the right move to do if you're there with them. If you're them.
Can't take Jacobs because then it's not naked love.
Kelsey, do you want to like reach to Kelsey? And I know it's gross.
I've done that a good bit now. 1, 2, 3. Or no. That was a Derek. Yeah, it's fine.
I mean, you don't want the 2 RBs. What's the
and then
Zay?
37.5. Nah.
Yeah, you want to get Scrolly at wide receiver now with him too.
I don't know what to do.
Javonte maybe or Josh. I think
a good Javonte.
Yeah.
Have I done that combo?
You get 2 of them. That's
not
okay.
with Kelsey.
No, yeah.
You can't. Pete made a good point, and so did Glenn in that solver stream I was talking about, where it's so easy after doing a bunch in a row to just get bored, and you can't just like skip out on these high projecting players just because you want to do something different.
Mm-hmm.
Having a portfolio that has some naked QB is not a bad idea. Yeah, I think that's another sharp leverage angle, because if people are only doing stacks when they scroll to love,
Mm-hmm.
then you're not getting too different. I think a lot of people will do naked Lamar, but I don't think a lot of people will do like naked Dak, naked Mahomes, stuff like that. I've done it a decent
Like
bit. Like here's a naked Mahomes team.
naked golf's gross. I don't think you want to do like a naked golf. If Love could run one in, that'd be massive. And he spreads it out so much. You know,
I want to take Zay Flowers again.
You don't want to tank your team because you're taking like sometimes just to stack.
Here, what do we do here? I don't really want to take Zay Flowers again. I just keep.
You want to do Watts? You don't want to do Watson either. What's below that?
It's not that Zay, I don't want to do Watson.
I think you got to go Zay. I think you have to take Zay. I know it's not. I know, but it's not a combo you have with Kelsey and this team. I know you have a lot of them.
Javonte Gibbs. Here's Zay, but that's all right.
Yeah. If it's the nuts, it's the nuts.
Yeah, like Pete says, you can't get bored, but I gotta stop clicking Zay Flowers because the wide receiver 1 against the Bengals just never gets there.
That could be a tougher matchup if they move him around, though. I don't know.
You want to read that?
Yeah, I have a feeling a super team will win because of being in a draft with multiple people trying to get unique and/or board. I'll also add on to that, the slate is like insane for three games. We just have like 6 really good teams. So I do agree the super team is like way more in play. And if we had like uglier teams, we'd want to get uglier on the good team side. But this one, it seems like could want a super team and just make sure you have your combos covered. So,
yeah, it's so easy to get bored, and then you just gift people super teams.
Mm-hmm. Especially in 4-man drafts too. It's a whole nother like added layer to that mistakes compound in a smaller man draft. So, and that slight difference makes your team like even though you have like a Gibbs, Javonte, Zay, like just the fact you have Kelsey and Love makes that like actually a way different team in a 3 with only 3 games on the slate. It's hard to get more different than that, really. I think we think like, oh, we got to get like all different through the team, but it's like, all right, we can still have like our core 3-4 and just have 2 other pieces, and that's a different team, and you just got to be okay with that, you know?
Yeah, I wonder how many possible combos there are. It's probably infinite. Not infinite, but it's probably an insane amount, even if you just stick to the guys that get drafted every time. So
yeah,
you could just, let's just say, take the same 5 guys every draft and then switch the last player, and then take the same 4 guys and then switch the last 2 players, and do that over and over and over and over and over. At some point you wouldn't be able to draft any more teams, but yeah, you don't have to. You gotta, like Go Easy Cart said, you gotta, like, boredom is a real thing in these drafts, and that's when you see the super teams get drafted. Like, I guess I almost just kind of did it a little bit, given this guy Chase Brown with these 2, just because I'm getting bored clicking Chase Brown every time.
That's okay though. That's what's gonna. I mean, you're gonna give gifts and you're gonna get gifts too. As like you do have to mix it up a little bit if you're overexposed. So
yeah,
it was Gibbs. It was. I mean, It was Javonte or Chase Brown. I also wouldn't look at it so much of giving up too much if they're in the same tier, right?
Yeah. I will say one last thing before we sign off. I think other than I like Jamar Chase a lot. I like a lot of these players. I think Yoshivas is probably undervalued right now. I don't see him get drafted that often, and with T Higgins out, I think a lot of people are just going to Gesicki, but he got 7 targets last week, and that was without Burrow. So I don't know. I think he could be decent.
Is he? I'll say before. Yeah. So we pick our slate breaker? Because if I'm gonna pick it, I'm gonna pick Isaiah Likely to break it because I still just like him a lot.
Yeah, no, I wasn't calling it like a flag plan or anything, but
if you did pick a flag plant, I'm going to pick Likely. Pick one that we can come back to.
Jamar Chase as the 101. Not that I'll take him there, but I just think he's going to be the highest. I think he's going to be the guy you need.
He's the first round nuts. Is your take?
Yeah, so I need to probably start taking him at 2. Because I'm a little overweight Henry, and I think I like Chase better. And I thought it would even out by now, but now I started seeing some people take Jamar at 2. So that kind of like I would have 2 less Henry teams, and it would be perfectly even. So I think I need to start taking. I think it's not like a crazy flag plan. I'll do one chalk flag plan. It's Jamar Chase is the guy you need, and then my scroll flag plan is, and we need a new name because that's ETR's name. We need to come up with our own sharp play of the week.
Yeah, our sharp, our deep sharp
play of the week. Mine will be Yoshivas.
Okay.
Just 7 targets last week. T Higgins is out, and with Burrow coming back, I feel like they've had a pretty good chemistry in the past. What about you?
Besides Likely, if I had to pick another one, I know it's ugly. I'm going to go ugly. I still think Emmanuel Wilson can break the slate. Jacobs has been like a little inefficient, and they could just like kind of like split the carries and say like Emmanuel gets the tutty and like the work is pretty even and maybe catches more passes than Jacobs. You could see needing him better than needing him over Jacobs. But they could also create each other's value. But RB2 is so gross that like I think a lot of people get in these drafts right now it's easy to get like your flag plan RB, 3 wide receivers. I think you can click Wilson more than you think. I think he can play 50% of the snaps, which is pretty good in this slate. So I'll say that.
I think that's a good shout. And if Jacobs is ruled in, no one's gonna swap to him because they can't, and no one's gonna click him. And if he vultures a touchdown or 2 on Thanksgiving, and he had 28 carries last week, so that means there's plenty to go around. If they do split, that means they could still get 15 each. I don't know. I mean, I think that's a good shout, and I almost like the play more if Jacobs is active.
I kind of agree with you. It's almost like Monty Gibbs, but Wilson's role's better than Monty's, and Monty's is getting drafted in every draft. So
yeah, it's a good shout because Emmanuel Wilson will be 100% swap too if Jacobs is out, but if Jacobs is in, Wilson's going to be like less than 10%. So I'm gonna do a couple of those as we hop off. Like I'm gonna do those offline. And then we have one more comment from Go Easy Cards, who was our winner of the giveaway. We'll get those cards shipped out to you. He says, or chalk first for and end it with the Love Musgrave or Goff Wright, etc. Yeah, I could see that too, for sure.
Yep.
I like Wilson, hoping Green Bay has to pass and Wilson plays the high pace. Yeah, I think I really like that shout. And I'm really hoping, because Leone said on Pete's stream on Saturday night that if Jacobs was in, that they wouldn't have projected him that well. But they had Emmanuel Wilson projecting great. So maybe it's that same deal, whereas if Jacobs is in, he just doesn't project really well. And Wilson could still get there on like a vulture or like get some pass plays or.
It worries me I'll say the only thing that worries is Jacob's health. Is like he did seem like he was like going to kind of play last week, and he has been the starter all year. But if that game's high pace, I don't know. I could still see it. Wilson played well. He did like it's nothing. No reason to just like jam Jacobs back into like a massive workload on a hurt knee. Can you click the board real quick too, Pimo? So like another point to Wilson is that Jacobs is 100% drafted. So if you kill his swap, like there's 2 other 1 RB teams in this draft. So he could swap to Kareem, but say Kareem goes, and Monty goes, he probably becomes an even more attractive pick because now the swap to Jacobs on this team would be like after Wilson and Kareem is like terrible. So that team, you just kill Cowboys team, right? Like he's not going to have the nuts. So that leverage in your draft is kind of is nice, and it's only one team, I guess, but if the whole board were to think like that, that would crush Jacobs teams.
Yeah, it would crush Jacobs teams, and then also like any draft where Emmanuel Wilson doesn't go, those people are swapping off their 3rd round pick. Whereas if we take Wilson in the 6th, then we just have like all chalk plus the Green Bay RB, whereas they have the Green Bay RB and more scrolls. So our team would project a lot higher if we take Wilson now. Like if Jacobs got ruled out tomorrow morning, like you're not going to be able to get Emmanuel Wilson past the 3rd round anymore. So I think before I go to bed tonight, I'm going to try to take like 5 Emmanuel Wilson teams. What's the worst case? You like those drafts just don't do great, but you can really win a lot if that pans out.
Yeah.
Yeah, good stuff. I like it.
Yep. All healthy players and no swaps. I'm with you there. We've been after DBQ, like the swapping. It's such a mind like melter that and you get in these drafts, you're like, all right, I'm done with Q tags. 8% Jacobs, 9% Wilson. I like that. I like that even exposure and not to be overweight it either. That's probably the right way to play it.
Yeah, I've got too much Jacobs right now. And if I swap to Wilson, I'm not winning that much. So I think I want to take some Wilson in the 6th right now. So that's going to be my plan for the rest of the night off stream. We won't be back tomorrow night, but next week we'll be back to our normal schedule, Tuesdays and Wednesdays at 8:30 p.m. Eastern, drafting probably battle royales or maybe even some 12-mans because they have this goal line stand now, which has a nice prize pool of 4K up top. So I tried to hop in one the other day and it just wasn't fill. Oh my God, it's gonna fill. not ready to draft, but yeah, we'll probably do some of those as well. So look forward to that. Thank you guys for hanging out. Congrats, Go Easy Cards on the rookies. We'll get those shipped out to you ASAP. Make sure to like and subscribe. Appreciate you guys hanging out and see you next week.
Happy Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving.